Thank you very much and good morning, everyone. It really is wonderful to be in such a large and enthusiastic group of progressive conservatives. And I'd also like to thank the Ottawa West Nepean folks for putting this on today. And thanks to Randall for everything that he's done. I hope he knows that we're fully in support of him and wish him well on what he's doing and hope he's back with us very, very soon. But it is great to be here, and it really is humbling that all of you have come back after the trials and tribulations we've been through in the last several elections to know that you're still committed to our great progressive conservative party. And we know that we have a lot of work to do. I think all of us as leadership candidates know that you're back, but you expect things to change. The status quo is no longer acceptable. The same old way of doing things is not acceptable. We talk about what we need you to do for us as a party, and we take and take and take as a party. We want you to come out at election time. We want you to put in the signs and hand out the literature and donate your money and your time. But in return, what do we give you when it comes time for policy decision making? Nothing. The same old decisions keep being made the same old way, but it's by a small group of people. We need to change the way we do that before we can go out to the public and expect them to vote for us and make us government in 2018. So there's lots of ideas out there about how to do that. Some have suggested constitutional change. I think we do need to take a look at our constitution, but I don't think that's the only answer. I think we need to make sure that we continue to have conversations with people across the province. Whoever the leader becomes needs to connect with all of our members on a regular basis. And of course, we need to make sure all of our members are involved in decision making, to make sure when it comes time to elections and even way before that we have campaign teams that are representative of everyone in our party. So that will be candidates, caucus members. We need to reach out to youth. We need to do more outreach to have riding association presidents and so on involved, so that we know by the time that policy ideas come forward that they're going to be vetted through a variety of perspectives, and we know by the time they hit the door they're not going to be toxic and they're going to be well received by the public. So we need to do that. We need to rebuild our party from the inside, and then we need to take it out to the rest of the people of the province of Ontario. And we need to talk about what it is to be a progressive conservative, because I don't think the message has resonated with people over the last 4 elections, let's be honest. We need to talk about our fiscal base, that we're economically conservative, that we're different from the Liberals. We don't spend money that we don't have, we live within our means, and we have priorities. We have to do that when our deficit is equal to 3/4 of the deficits of all of the other provinces combined. We've got to get that under control. But I think what we fail to talk about is why that's important. It's important because we want to be able to continue with the social programs, healthcare, and education that everybody considers to be so important. We cannot do one without the other. But we do know that good fiscal policy enables good social policy. And we need to talk about what we want to do for vulnerable Ontarians, how we want to make sure that everybody has a chance in life, that we want to make sure that if you have a child with autism, that child is going to have the supports and services that they need. And if you are a frail elderly senior, that you're going to be able to get the home care that you need and not make sure that your parents and grandparents get a bath once every other Mother's Day. That's not right. That's not the Ontario that we want to live in. We want to make sure that young people with disabilities, developmental and physical disabilities, have a chance to get into the workforce, have a chance to live a life. That's good. Social inclusion is important, but it's also good economic policy. If you can get a person off a life of ODSP, that's good for everyone. So we need to talk about that, and I feel very confident that when we do, we're going to connect with people and we're going to win in 2018. But of course, this is a leadership contest, and you all have a big decision to make next May. To me, the biggest challenge is, who do you think has the best chance of beating Kathleen Wynne and the Liberals? Who do you think is going to be the one that's going to be able to connect with people, that's going to understand people's hopes and fears and aspirations? Who do you think is going to be the one that's going to be able to talk about the things that are important to all of us and make that connection? Because that's what it's all about. We need to make sure that we can convince people that we as progressive conservatives, that our team has a vision for Ontario and that we have a plan for achieving that vision. And when we do that, we'll be successful. I was very proud last week to have Premier Belle Davis come out and endorse me as a candidate. And to me, that's the kind of leadership that I would want to provide should I be honored to become your next leader. It's not about divide and conquer politics anymore. It's not about rhetoric. It's about getting things done that matter most for people. That's what Premier Davis did. That's the leadership style I would want to emulate. And I would be proud to be your next leader, working together with you to make sure that we're going to win the next election. So I'm happy to talk to you about my vision for leadership. I'd encourage you to visit my website. We all have them, christineelliott.ca, and I look forward to answering your questions. Together, we can provide the proud, optimistic, and positive view for Ontario. We can show the way forward, and that's how we're going to win in 2018. Thank you.